their debut
And of course, play games with us! Bring out the slide!
What would you sacrifice if it meant receiving your deepest wish? Gwi-Ma manipulates a human's deepest desires or desperation to make them feel like they have nowhere else to turn. In a few painstaking moments, many of them might agree to make a deal with him, sacrificing a fundamental part of themselves for a shot at happiness, in return for eternal servitude. It's no surprise that the demon lord preys on the weak, oppressed, or lonely. Negative emotions make someone easy to manipulate, as seen in Jinu, who readily abandons his family for a better life behind the palace walls. When his busking didn't help him escape poverty, Gwi-Ma ensured that the palace caught wind of Jinu's voice, earning him a place on the staff, only to claim his soul shortly after. Jinu's selfish decision led to him betraying his family and serving Gwi-Ma for 4 centuries, so really, it's a lose-lose situation. It does make me wonder what the other Saja Boys might have wished for, because they look human to me. If they once walked the earth, something pushed them into making a deal with Gwi-Ma, and I plan to dive into the possible triggers in today's video.
Oh no, the honor is ours.
No, it was ours.
No, it's ours.
Ours.
Number 1. Mystery's identity. While we know next to nothing about the other Saja Boys, the film does give us the aliases they go by while conning the human world. These names definitely fit into the K-pop branding, but their stage names exclusively refer to them with no mention of their pasts or where Jinu found them. I assume that while he taught them the moves to soda pop, they came up with their stage names and personalities, but most of them barely speak to their fans, so it's not like they're super committed to the bit. All that said, it wouldn't make sense for the demons to create a fake personality they couldn't care less about. But it would make sense for them to use an alias or traits that cater to their personal lives and interests. That means that Mystery Saja chose his specific name and appearance for a reason. He doesn't want the fans to know who he is or what he's about. Going so far as to cover his face at all times. It's impossible to see any facial features when he's performing, because his hair is always in the way. The only shred of information we get is from Zoe at the end of the film, where she says he's just her type. But even then, she doesn't elaborate or show what he looks like. He's a total mystery, and that might be the point. It's possible he no longer has an identity, face, or notable presence that makes him stand out. If Gwi-Ma only reaches out to people when they're at their most desperate, he might have found Mystery on the run as he tried to escape dangerous people or the crimes of his past. In return for Mystery's soul, Gwi-Ma might have altered his appearance and erased his identity, giving him the ability to remain undetected while he tried to create a new life for himself. Of course, now there's no trace of the man he used to be, and only the demon side of him is left behind.
And Abby is down. Mystery is history. Looks like romance is out due to heartburn?
Number 2. Abby's compassion. Out of all the Saja Boys, Abby has the most lines and interactions with the other characters. While I can't say why he's the special chosen one, many fans have pointed out how close he sticks to Jinu at all times. He's usually next to Jinu or leaning against him in some way, whispering snarky comments in his ear that get Huntrix's blood boiling. He's definitely Jinu's second in command, and if the Saja Boys return in the future, I have a feeling he'll be the one in charge. That said, his personality feels pretty one-note. Most of his comments and witty remarks have to do with his appearance, which he uses against Huntrix to rile them up. Do you know the phrase, "You're lucky you're pretty"? I feel like that insult might apply to Abby, because his entire personality revolves around his appearance. He even has a different body model than the other Saja Boys, which makes him broader and more masculine, playing into the fact that he has a six-pack. He uses his appearance to seduce humans and gain more fans, a strategy he planned from the start, given that he named himself after his abs. Anyone this obsessed with their appearance usually has some serious insecurities. Perhaps in life, Abby lacked that conventionally attractive appearance and felt jealous of celebrities. He might have also lacked the muscle to protect himself or his loved ones from danger. Either way, he might have traded his baser emotions, something natural like his compassion for others, for the sake of changing his appearance. Doing so would explain why he's so vain now and why he doesn't care about killing humans for Gwi-Ma.
Oh, did you really follow us in here?
I knew they would. That one's always looking at me.
Number 3. Romance is love. You know, it's strange that they didn't utilize Romance's character more, given that his entire brand is about falling in love and finding your perfect person. He's reserved and soft-spoken, but it would make sense for him also to be passionate and to have feelings for multiple people at once, unable to choose which one suits him best. Really, the film could have gone in many directions with his concept, so I'm surprised they pushed him into the background. Now, a K-pop fanbase usually has its share of women and young girls, but anyone might be looking for romance and find the Saja Boys songs comforting. It's possible that Romance once craved the same type of human connection after numerous attempts at falling in love. He might have dated several people only for them not to work out, leaving him brokenhearted and alone. An ex might have cheated on him, or an arranged marriage could have forced him to marry someone he barely knew. Romance is a complicated concept, and depending on the era it originates from, there are all sorts of reasons why he might be against it. At the end of the day, it could be something as simple as a broken heart. Romance might have traded his ability to fall in love or find genuine love in return for having romance around him at all times. Sure, people might throw themselves at his feet, but that doesn't mean he's feeling anything toward them. It might have seemed like a good idea when he first made the deal, but he must be starting to feel lonely. Imagine how jealous he could have been if he knew about Jinu and Rumi.
We keep meeting like this.
I am not sitting with no Saja Boy. What's up?
Number 4. Baby's future. I know I'm just theorizing and working with little to no evidence here, but I think each of these concepts is super plausible. I understand that each member of the Saja Boys plays into a trope that's popular with K-pop groups, but their individual traits and charms might be why Jinu chose them for the job in the first place. For example, many fans of the film believe that Baby's character points out how unjustly the media often treats the youngest members of groups, who are frequently likened to children. It's one of the few problematic things in the K-pop community. But most fans seem self-aware enough to treat Baby with some respect. He also acts as a parallel to Zoe. They're both the youngest members of their group and the freestyle rappers. They're equally good at what they do, and I desperately wanted to see a rap battle between them. But that's besides the point. As the youngest members of their respective groups, it seems like Baby and Zoe are expected to act a certain way by the fans. Still, Baby lacks that same bubbly, outgoing, and energetic attitude that helps Zoe stand out. All he really has going for him is his youthful appearance. Even as a demon, he looks younger than the rest, which is odd compared to the wide assortment of demons we see throughout the film. I think Baby might actually be much older than he looks, but his aging body started to frighten him in real life. As a result, he might have traded his future and lifelong experiences for eternal youth. I don't know about you, but I've got a feeling that an eternity of youthfulness isn't all it's cracked up to be.
So spicy! He can't! Baby Saja is the winner!
Goo goo gaga.
I mentioned in the intro how Jinu betrayed his family to escape poverty. His deal with Gwi-Ma shows the most selfish part of him, alongside the desperation of a man trying everything to survive. Jinu spends centuries grieving his family and feeling guilty for his mistake. These details help him recover his soul later because he does everything he can to make up for past mistakes. In contrast, the other Saja Boys don't care about humanity, one another, or the orders Gwi-Ma gives them. They seem to enjoy their demonic behaviors, which makes me believe their deals were more self-centered and met with little regret. So, what do you think? Did I get some of these predictions right? If you have some theories of your own, I would love to read them in the comment section below.
That's all demons do. Feel our shame, our misery. It's how Gwi-Ma controls us.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Isn't he great? Woo! Jinu, everybody! Yeah, Jinu!
Ooh, Jinu.